We've got 12 and 19 companies here. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm starting to run it. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Ron.
You know you have my old logo.
Huh?
You have my old logo.
I know.
Good night. Thank you. John's got it.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you too.
Absolutely. Pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks again, Linda.
You're welcome, Dave. Take care. Have a good one.
All righty, see ya.
Away from us to stay with me, I can make you glad you came.
I'm ready.
You know what?
You hit me like the sky fell on me, and I decided you were proud.
And
I don't care what you play. I'm not dancing.
no. How about that?
Okay. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. My name is Keith, and I'm the publisher of the Herald. We know that you're taking your time to be here today. I thought if I picked the right venue, offered up the right food, and threw in some booze, people would show up. So, what the heck? Tonight, you're going to meet someone who is a nationally recognized marketing person. He's done this across the country with hundreds of newspapers for many years. Has been very successful. He's worked with us in the past. I brought him back because I felt it was time. The program that you're about to hear about is something that will enable you to build your business. And we thought it would be of value for you to see this, show it, and show the partnership that we have and what we're looking for to help you build your business going forward. Before I do that, I just want to recognize the people in the room from the Herald. Anne-Marie Heverly, our senior account executive over here. Lori McNeil over here, who has her own fans. Okay. John Kopek is in the back. John is our advertising sales manager. Beverly Holtz over here in the corner. He's newest to our staff. Oh, she's not the newest. Where's Chris? Oh, there's Chris. Chris Wilson is also new to our staff. A great addition. So I won't belabor this. This man is a delight, a lot of fun. So with that, Dee McClellan.
Thanks. Y'all clap. I'm really good. Thank y'all for coming to see us tonight. I've already talked to a couple of y'all. As y'all can tell by my southern accent, that I grew up a little south of here. I said South Jersey, but that doesn't work, does it? I actually grew up in Alabama. Lived there most of my life and found out I was free to leave. And so now I live in Florida. So y'all can thank me for the warm weather that you just got over the last couple of days. I do get to travel around the country and talk with business owners and managers, and the first thing they ask me all the time is, all right, Dee, what's the silver bullet? What's going to make my advertising work every time? Y'all, I'd love to tell you that there's a silver bullet out there, but there's not. There's also not a complicated formula when it comes to advertising. McDonald's spends $40 million every 90 days on advertising. I always have to ask, does anybody have $40 million? No. I was in Michigan and a man said, if I had $40 million, I wouldn't be sitting here listening to you. Right? Well, when they spend that money, they don't hope it's going to work. They know it's going to work. They know it's going to work because they follow the fundamentals of advertising. And again, this is not complicated. It's not. And even though we're talking about newspaper advertising in general tonight, just know that what I talk about applies to radio, applies to TV, applies to direct mail. Doesn't matter what type of advertising you use, it's going to be these three fundamentals. The first one is be consistent. Make sure you keep your advertising out there all the time. Doesn't matter how you do it. If it's, ads in the paper, TV commercials, radio spots. Have y'all noticed that more and more companies are wrapping their vehicles? Has anybody seen that now? In fact, some companies will pay you if you'll wrap your personal vehicle in their company logo because they're rolling billboards. I do travel a ton and I live in Florida. I've got a pool in the backyard. I got tired of coming home to a green pool. So I have a gentleman that comes by and puts chemicals in it and keeps it nice. Well, he wrapped his truck for his pool company so it looks like water. It's really cool, except somebody backed into him not too long ago because he parked by the water. So they did a pretty good job. It's a constant reminder. It's being out there consistently all the time. The second fundamental is make sure you reach the right people. In other words, when you advertise in such a manner that you're going to reach the people that will use your products and services. It doesn't do us any good to advertise to people that aren't going to use what it is that we have to offer. The third fundamental, and I'll go ahead and tell you right now, is the most important fundamental of all. I say that because you can advertise all the time. You can even be reaching the right people. But if you don't tell people who you are and what you have to offer, they're not going to do business with you. Now, the Super Bowl just happened, about 6 weeks or so ago. Those commercials went for like $6 million for every 30 seconds. How many thought the Super Bowl commercials were good this year? They were okay. It's not like the year before where they had that stupid puppy baby monkey squirrel thing. Is that puppy baby? What is it? Yeah, it looked like my cousin. Sorry, y'all should meet my cousin. But remember, I'm from Alabama. But they spent $6 million. They wasted the money on some of the commercials because they didn't tell us what they could do for us. Now that's it. That's the fundamentals. And again, it doesn't matter if it's radio, TV, newspaper. It's those fundamentals and it doesn't change. Now, if those are the fundamentals, and again, I said McDonald's spends that much money every 90 days on advertising, they follow those fundamentals. So sometimes when I tell folks you can advertise just like McDonald's, they go, no, I can't. Yeah, you can. All you got to do is follow those fundamentals. What should advertising do for your business if you follow those fundamentals? Anybody? Make you money. Thank you. You got right to it. That's what advertising should do, is bring you money. In other words, everybody's heard the terms ROI, return on investment. That's what advertising is. What advertising will do is get people to choose you. Choose your products, your services. It'll also get people to walk through your front door. It'll also get people to pick up the phone and call you. And then there's a fourth thing that's happened over the last 10 to 12 years. How many of us have bought something online in the last 6 months? How about the last 6 weeks? Last 6 days? Last 6 hours? Okay, we have no serious problems here. But guess what, y'all? If you will buy something online, your customers will. So they will go online to your website, to your social media place, whatever digital presence you have. And when they do that, that's when the fifth thing happens. That's when you make more money, and that's what we want to have happen. The first fundamental that I mentioned was being consistent. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now, this is where we mess up as local business owners and managers. We think we advertise all the time. Truth of the matter is we advertise when we have something special going on. We advertise when we have a special sale, spring clearance sale like we got going on right now, special event, Mother's Day sale. We advertise when we have something special going on. Now, when we do that, here's what happens. We basically pinned ourselves in a corner. We're advertising for a date, place, time, and event. Now, that's not all bad because we have flooded the marketplace. Guess what's going to happen? Our sales are going to go up, which we all love. We want that to happen. How many of us have got something in the mail, direct mail piece, and usually it's car dealers and there's a key attached to it and everything? Has anybody seen that where it's like, come to our giant tent sale Thursday through Saturday or something like that? We all get them. Guess what? It works. It works. But when we have that happen, what we have happen is we see our sales spike up because we have flooded the marketplace with advertising about what's going on, and we're having a sale. Everybody loves a sale. But after a period of time, we can't have a sale all the time. We stop our sale. As soon as we stop our sales start bouncing all over the place. We're busy, we're not busy. We're sort of busy, we're kind of busy. We don't know what's going to happen day to day, week to week, or month to month. And what we've really done is put ourselves on a roller coaster ride. When we are on that roller coaster ride, we can't adjust our inventory. We can't even adjust our personnel to match our flow of sales. And when we can't do that, what we're really doing is raising the cost of each sale that we make. We're cutting into our profits, and we don't want to do that. What we really want to build is brand equity. And y'all, I like to say, it's so nice. Y'all know what y'all is, right? All, thank you. Yes, sir. All y'all. That's exactly right. I was in Michigan. This guy said, what's all this y'all? You keep talking. I said, all y'all. Then he got it. He understood exactly. Predictability is what brand equity is. In other words, you can predict what's going to happen to your business if you advertise on a consistent basis. And if you can do that, you can lower your inventory. You can even lower the cost of each sale that you make. And if you do that, you're actually lowering the cost of each sale that you make, and you're increasing your profits. And that's really what we want to do. The second fundamental that I mentioned is reach the right people. Now let me ask anybody, what's a good customer? Anybody? What's a good customer? Ma'am? A paying customer? Thank you. Y'all are good. Y'all got the first answer right off the bat. I always say my definition of a good customer is the one that reaches right in here and goes, here, I'll take one. An even better customer is the one that keeps coming back to you all the time. Right? Well, we found out over the years there are two types of paying customers out there. Now, just imagine this radar screen is 75 days big. Now, when we did this, and we've been working together for several years, years ago, that radar screen was 30 days big. Well, now, because people have so many choices and people take time making their decision about who they're going to do business with, and it does depend on your product or what kind of service you offer, that's 75 days big. We know that for every 20 people that are in the middle of that radar screen that are ready to buy from you today, there's another 800 out there on that radar screen trying to decide who they're going to do business with. How do we advertise to those two separate sets of customers, to those paying customers? Well, here's how we advertise to a customer today. We actually give them incentives to buy. They did a study, it's 10 years old now, and it's about men's buying habits when they go to the grocery store. Sir, do you like going to the grocery store? You do? I'm sorry, y'all, I love going to the grocery store, and it's just always nice to find people that like going to the grocery store. How about you? Chris, you like? I enjoy it. You enjoy it. Let's start a club tonight. Going to the grocery store. Y'all, I love going to the grocery store because I do travel so much. I just love going out on the difference. I go into Weiss, I go to ShopRite here in Newton. What's the big chain up here? Is it ShopRite or is it Weiss? ShopRite. I've got cards for all those places. My next goal in life is to have my own cooking show on the Food Network. It's going to be called Cooking with Beer. And none of my recipes have beer in them. I'm just drinking the whole time that I'm actually cooking. I love going to the grocery store. In fact, Winn-Dixie is the number one grocery store down south where I live. Let me tell y'all this. This is how much I go to the grocery store. I was the only non-employee invited to the Winn-Dixie Christmas party this past year. I go a lot. So let's think about this, y'all. When they did the study, they did it about, what would make you buy something extra in the grocery store. Every time a bell rings, a salesman gets his wings. Do you like that one, Lord? That was pretty good. That was good. I know. So take a look at these slogans, y'all, and anybody can just yell that out. Ladies, you too. What one of these slogans, besides free, because we all love free, which one of these slogans might get you to buy something more?
50% off.
50% off? 50%? New. The number one answer for both men and women was buy one, get one free. But when they did the study, they found that, ladies, you figured out that 50% off was kind of like buy one, get one free, and that you were saving, that it was a bargain. For men, they traced it all the way back to the Neanderthal days when men were hunters and gatherers. We just like having a bunch of stuff in our shopping cart. It looks like we had a successful hunting trip. Now that's for a today customer, but remember I said that for every 20 that are today, there's 800 out there. How do we advertise to them? Because we all want the today customers, but we also want the tomorrow customers. How do we advertise to them? That's why I said that the third fundamental was the most important fundamental of all, which is deliver the right message. Make sure people know who you are and what you have to offer. Now, ladies, what type of business? Ma'am, what type of business? Real estate. You're an agent. Okay, you're the only real estate agent in Sussex County.
The only one you want.
Can I tell you, please, somebody else be a real estate agent. Are you in the back? I tell the story all the time. I was in Yuma, Arizona, and I asked her, and she said, I'm a real estate agent. And I said, oh, you're the only real estate? She said, no, but I'm the best. Next gentleman I asked, I said, sir, what do you do? And he said, I'm a real estate agent, but apparently I'm number 2. And sir, what type of business do you have? Architect. What type of buildings? Commercial. Are there other architects in the area?
Yes, there are.
So, isn't it amazing? Because we always think there are a lot of real estate agents. We don't think there are a lot of architects, but there are. It doesn't matter what your business is, you probably got competition. Now, y'all have healthcare and everything. There are other places that offer some of the same things you do. Landscaping, there are other landscapers. Say their names.
They're not.
Okay. Any other landscapers in here? I'm certified. No. We all have competition. It doesn't matter what you do. You have some shape, form of competition. Well, when I say you have to advertise and deliver the right message, what you've got to do is let people know what's different about you, what sets you apart from everybody else. You know, what do you think sets you apart from other real estate agents? Okay. Personal. Little quiet, but personal. You have to let people know what's different about you, what sets you apart from people that do what you do or sort of like you. But even more importantly, you have to let people know why you're unique. In other words, what's the true perception of your business? And perception is very, very important. Because when you advertise, we were talking about the puppy, baby, monkey, squirrel thing, you know, we didn't even know what the product was until the next day. Because everybody just talked about the puppy, baby, monkey, squirrel before they found out it was a Mountain Dew commercial. You have to let people know what the real perception of your business is. So speaking of perception, Take a look at this picture. Look up in the clouds. What shapes do you see? Now, y'all, there's no wrong answer, so if you see a shape, just yell it out. No, there's no dog. You saw the rabbit?
Yeah, I see a rabbit.
You see the rabbit. You saw the dog?
The dog?
You see what?
A dog?
A dolphin? Over on the corner?
Yeah.
Right over there? And there's the dog. Who sees the rabbit? See the rabbit? Who sees the dog? You see the dog. How many of y'all saw the rabbit when somebody said rabbit, somebody said dog, and you saw the dog? All right? I've done this for a long time. A lot of folks have said that's a coyote or a dog right there. How about the elephant blowing his trunk right across the sun? Some folks have said that's a dead dinosaur. Some folks have said that's a rabbit dog, that's Italy, that's Michigan, and a butterfly right there. It's amazing. I've always found that when we have these at night and everybody has the drinks, they see all kinds of shapes. I always loved telling a story about perception. Years ago, I was in the grocery store because I love going to the grocery store. And I was buying my stuff, and I had like milk and steak and some beer and some more beer. And I had it up on the counter. And the lady behind me, in true South Alabama fashion, she said, "Oh, you're single. Bless your heart." Now, down south, I don't know if y'all know this, but there's two different ways to say bless your heart.
One's not good.
One's not good. Well, bless your heart. You know that. So you can say bless your heart. That's the ugliest baby I've ever seen. I hope they grow out of it. Or Uncle Bobby's in the hospital. Well, bless his heart. I hope he hurries up and gets out. So you can say it two different ways. But I was getting my stuff in the grocery store, and she said, "Well, you're single, bless your heart." And I said, "Oh, you can," and I was single at the time, and I said, "You can tell by what I'm buying." She said, "No, you're ugly. Bless your heart." You got to make sure when you advertise. You like that, Amber? You got to make sure when you advertise that you give people the true perception of your business. So, speaking of perception, take a look at this ad. People hate going to the dentist. In fact, one of the things people dread the most is going to the dentist, making a dental appointment. What this dental practice did is they, by using humor in their ads, didn't they kind of let you know that they've got a sense of humor about their practice? That it's probably a warm and fun atmosphere? This is one of my favorite ads of all time. Y'all, this is a real ad. I actually pulled this out of a paper when I was down in Australia. Great ad. They let you know what they had to offer, and they relieved your anxiety before you even walked in the door. And that's one of the things we're going to do tonight. We do have an offer for you about advertising. We've put it together. We have followed all the principles and all the fundamentals of advertising that I've just talked about. It's going to help you with consistency. It's going to help you reach the right people. But even more importantly, it's going to deliver the right message. This is why I love doing what I do, is because I can tell you, having worked with the staff for several years and for actually, how long, Anna Marie? 12. Thank you for saying that with such enthusiasm that we've worked together. That they're going to work with you and deliver that right message. We have some folks in our Business Now program that have been in it all 12 years. They have been in it the entire time because it follows all the fundamentals. They're going to talk with you after we finish up with that. That's why we're giving y'all free drinks. It's because everybody loves to talk after they've had a drink or two. Is anybody? It's just me. We're going to talk to you about that. Now, one of the things about this that you're going to say is, okay, I've talked to y'all about advertising in the past. How can y'all reduce it? And when I say reduce, Keith, these are the lowest rates you offer all year?
Yeah.
He says that with such enthusiasm as well. Y'all, our rates are reduced almost 70%. Almost 70% to advertise in our paper, reaching the thousands and thousands of readers that we reach each and every day. And that's something to be said. I will tell y'all, as much as I do travel, the corner of Pennsylvania leading into this area here is one of the most #1 ranked readership for newspapers in the United States. And when I tell you that, do you want me to tell you what the second ranked place is? It's Honolulu, Hawaii. Two different types of places for sure. But this is one of the most widely read areas that read newspapers, and that's from 18 up. So it's pretty powerful. Well, one of the reasons we can offer you a discounted rate as we are, remember I said if you could predict what happens with your company, with your business, it saves you money. We're the exact same way. Some days we need more advertising and want it. Even if we offer you a discount, we got planned advertising, it saves us money. So everybody's getting something out of it, for sure. How many of y'all give good customer service? Everybody raise your hand. You better give good customer service, because if you don't, you're not going to have customer service. You've got to give good customer service. We realize that, and we understand that. That's why we're going to do a couple of things for you. The rates, the discounted rates that we're talking about tonight, we're going to guarantee them for 12 months. We're going to guarantee you those low rates. Lori, if you work with Lori, she's not going to come in 3 months from now and go, oh, by the way, now I got to charge you full price. You're guaranteed these rates. We're also going to talk to you about your advertising each and every month, because we know your advertising changes throughout the year. So we want to make sure your advertising changes with it. And we're going to be available to you. If you can't get a hold of your account representative, you can't get a hold of Chris or Beverly or Anne Marie or John or Lori, we're going to give you Keith's cell phone number. So y'all call him at any point in time. We want to make sure we take care of you. And like I said, we've been doing this for about 12 years. The fact that we have some folks in it that have been in it for 12 straight years, that lets you know we're going to take care of you as well. One of the things I always like to ask folks as I'm kind of winding up is, y'all, do I look like I enjoy what I do? I've been drinking since 3. No, I absolutely love what I do. And this is something that I can stand up and say, this program will work for you if you follow consistency, if you make sure you reach the right people, and even more importantly, let us work with you on getting the right message. One of the things that they also, that everybody has at their disposal now with me and my company is that if you're looking for new ideas in advertising, we work with hundreds of newspapers and TV stations across the country. We can pull ads from all over the country. We have a vast library. So if you're looking for new ads, maybe you deal with healthcare or delis or anything like that, we shoot them right to. So if Lori were to say, hey, I need some real estate ads or something like that, we get them right back to them. They can bring it to you. We've got a vast array, a vast library of ads. So you're always going to have new ideas, new ways to reach your customers. Now, the other thing I do always like to do is a little personal thing for me, y'all. Anytime I do an event where we do have drinks and stuff like that served, if at any point in time that you think maybe that you've had a little too much to drink or you don't need to drive, really think about taking public transportation. I say that in all sincerity because about 3 months ago, I had a Christmas party. I ended up at an event and had a little too much to drink, and I didn't need to drive for sure. Didn't need to drive my car, and I ended up taking a bus home, which was so good because we actually came. Do y'all call them DUI or DWI? What is it up here? Checkpoints, and they actually waved the bus right through the DUI checkpoint, which was great because I had never driven a bus before. Don't know how I got it in the driveway. I had you going on that one, didn't I? Killed me. No, we know y'all have had a long day. We appreciate you coming out and spending some time. This program does work for you. Like I said, your account representative, they're going to pass out the pricing and everything to you. As we mentioned, Keith mentioned, it's discounted 70%. This is the best offer you're going to get all year. We really want you to take a look at it. Seriously consider if you have any questions about how the program can work for your particular business, I'll be glad to answer them. Keith, John's here. They can actually answer any questions about the paper. So I'll go ahead and say, guys, the bar's still open. Y'all can still have some food. And I'll be the first one to say, thank y'all so much for coming to see us tonight. And we look forward to working with you in our Business Now program. Thank y'all so very, very much. Thank you.